Time to call it a day. Hope I have a good dream.
Where is she even? The chaos that I have done to my house has turned my wife into a ghost. All right, let's do this. Oh, my rabbits are fully grown already. Hello, my friends. My name is Unky, and welcome back to another episode of My Time at Sandrock. Oh,
Hon, I got some real good news for you. I'm pregnant. I found out earlier this morning and wanted to tell you right away. I gotta tell Pa and Grandma. They're gonna be so happy.
this is so exciting. Boy, we really got to business there, didn't we? It's so funny.
I still got several designs left to check. Let's hang out when I'm finished.
You got it, darling. How fun. Okay, well, my God, is my house a total and absolute disaster. We're going to have to do something about that today, but I don't want to get started on that right now. I want to get... Oh, there's so much to do. There's so much to do. I want to go see what the world has to offer today. We got to basically pull everything into the factory and then redesign our living room. And then I need to build a nursery. I'm kind of thinking about turning that middle room into 2 rooms, a smaller...
Hey,
oh,
got anything I can do to help?
You're looking fresh today, Logan.
Yeah, it's nice to be sleeping in my own bed again. And it's nice not being Logan the Bandit no more. I feel like I can finally face you with a sense of self-respect.
Oh my gosh.
City Hall gave us the lightest punishment. A fine and a week in jail. I still don't see that as enough. So I reckon I should do some community service for the folks around here. It's the least I could do to earn Sandrock's forgiveness.
In case you needed a reminder that Logan is the best, goodest guy in the universe, here he is to tell you again.
Anyway, what do you need me to do? Whatever you need, I'll do my best.
I can't think of anything. What do I need Logan to do? Help me find some materials. Help me around my workshop. Go on an adventure with me. Be my boyfriend for the day. Cute. We can't. I love that we can't do these, but they still show us what could have been. That's really fun. Go on an adventure.
Talking. Where you want to go? I'll follow your lead.
Okay, interesting. So he's just, we're just hanging today. Well, let's see. First, we check the mail. I'm going to show Logan how I live my life. Letter from Justice. Dear Unky, hey, hate to bother you, but this mirror bot really won't stop talking about how it wants you to be its master and stuff. Not going to lie, this thing definitely has some kinks to work out. It was blaring a really annoying high-pitched tone until I promised I'd ask you to come visit. So yeah, please visit the mirror. Okay, well, we're going to go see the mirror, look into it. Construction junction. Oh, here's all my stuff for the house. Let's see. I'm going to take that. Is that it or is there more? I think that's it. Okay, we're going to have to fix my house at some point. Where to start? Okay, so we were trying to make perfect nails and we screwed up and gave them to the wrong person. So we need to make more nails. We'll say that should do it because I have 5. Let's go say hi to the little animals. I love that they're just dropping fern out. Logan, these are my cute little bunnies. Check it out. This is so dorky. I'm running around showing my cartoon character friend my farm. I'm 41 years old, and this is what I do in my free time. On the internet for the whole world to see. Oh my gosh. What a life we live, eh? Okay, well, let's see. We've cleaned up some doo-doo, Logan. Now we're going to come over here and clean up these big piles of doo-doo. They're just about as big as the animals. Where did he go? Did he get sick? Nope, there he is. What a magical man. Okay, so I didn't do this yesterday, clearly, because this is a total disaster. There's caca everywhere.
Where you want to go?
Where you want to go? Let's carry on. Lead the way. So he's just hanging out with me. How fun. Hello? I'm sure this is not what he expected to do today. There is a big quest marker right there. Oh, Heidi wants to do something today. Let's go ask her what's up. Last I checked, she was going to go run off and tell her parents the great news. Speak to your partner.
Hon,
I know you've been working hard lately, both at home and out in the wild, so I've made a little present for you. What? Speak to your... What is that? Obtain reward?
Find me when you have time. Or maybe we could have a meal together.
Toy cat statue? Hold on. What is that? Is that... A toy statue made with the shape of a cat. It's surprisingly weighty. Cool. This can go in the nursery. How fun. Okay. Let's see. We're waiting. I got to go talk to the mirror. There's a quest thing right over there. Let's look at the map. I am going to send Logan off here. It was fun to dork around for a second, but... Oh, we've got a commission for Chi. Okay. Okay, we're also waiting on these nails. And it looks like there's something happening right here. It's Sandy's birthday. So funny. Okay.
Where do you want to go?
You can have
You want to call it here? No trouble. Just let me know if you need anything else.
Well, thanks for hanging, bro. That was a ton of fun. Now, let's see. Do I have the golden scorpions? Because I want to start charming the little animals. I wouldn't even know where I put them if I'm being honest. We have so much manure. I need to turn that into fertilizer. Here we go. We'll do that. I think that manure is made over here. Or fertilizer. Dang, plant fiber. I do not have enough plant fiber. I gotta go gather that up. Oh, we can make a ton of flour? Interesting. I never do this stuff, do I? Well, I guess I could go chop down a ton of plants and get myself fertilizer. Pretty sure I dumped all of my excess fertilizer into... Let's grab the yak. Come on, Mr. Yacky Poo. Oh, this is still kind of a mess. The house is still such a mess. We've got to fix that today. Hopefully we don't have a crazy long episode. And we can spend some time doing that. I can also come over here and grab this. Oops. Can I get it while I'm on the yak? Nice. Do. We really are just waiting for... Oh, there's the meerkat. Let's see. I want this little guy as a pet. Yacky Poo's butt is totally in the way. Oh, he loved it. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay. Curious, then. Social. He's now an associate. Okay, I guess I just have to do that every time I see the meerkat. 13 is pretty high. I don't think I've ever gifted anyone something with that higher rating.
Well met.
I don't even remember what we were giving him. Oh,
Thank you.
There you go. I guess we could talk to him. Let's see, research. We're still waiting on the tailoring machine. Okay, cool. I do have the plans for the advanced forging machine, but even if I forge them, I wouldn't be able to use those weapons for like another 9 levels or something crazy. So it's not that high of a priority for me. I'm really, really just waiting for more of this ridiculous story to carry on. I want to get into Portia. Let's get there. We're waiting so long. Okay, where is it? Looks like it's right here.
You said they did what now? Duvo said they didn't know there was going to be a whole army running up in Sandrock?
That doesn't make any sense.
Surely a lie. But if we choose to believe it, war can be avoided.
That's true. And we also showed Duvos, hey, your army can't even contend with a bunch of like desert, like yokels, yak boys, right? Like your entire army got thwarted by just a couple of like farm hands, essentially. So maybe war with the free cities isn't such a good idea.
What in the Sam? I say, what in the sand farming Monday to Friday calamari cat crap is that?
What, Cooper? What are you even talking about?
Let's back down. They had a bunch of other agents and spies turn themselves in. We got some of our people back from Lucy. Duvos looks weak. I think we can count on them being a lot less bold. At least for a while.
Yeah, we've just made it a whole lot more complicated for Duvo, so this is a good thing.
That sounds like a load of bullpucky to me. Tell us how many other secrets you're keeping from us. Yeah, sure, pal. If y'all think they're really gonna tell us everything, I got a Yakmel cart to sell you.
Cooper is playing the part here of the completely anti-government, distrustful, like rural person who does not believe a word the government says. And to be fair, if you think that the government just doesn't ever lie to you, you're probably like believe a lot of other ridiculous things. I mean, I'm not saying that every conspiracy theory out there that we hear is true, but the idea that the government doesn't lie to us is ridiculous. So they're certainly not telling the truth is what I'm saying.
Surely they know that we know. Didn't we intercept the calls between Matildo and Duvos? Both sides are lying to each other.
Right,
That
exactly.
does seem to be the case.
Yep.
Well, maybe it really was Matilda all along, and the telegraphs were faked.
Why don't you fly up there and ask her yourself?
Maybe I will.
Shut up, Cooper. He's got himself in a hole here.
Sounds like a return to an uneasy peace. Have you seen the news? The paper published an official report on everything that happened here. It just made its way into town today.
Okay. Let's see. Aftermath of Duvos, love is in the air. Wait, autumn. Run, Yakmel's run. Oh, that's right. Conflict imminent. Let's see. Aftermath of Duvos, war is off the table for now. Tensions are simmering as negotiations between Alliance and Duvos have reached a tentative but peaceful standstill. It is now widely known Duvos' recent invasion of Sandrock was a direct violation of the ceasefire, but Duvosian Emperor is disavowing knowledge of the military action, claiming that an agent known only as Matilda was acting alone in organizing and carrying it out. Dubious, the Alliance agreed that they would back down on the condition that any other Duvos agents operating covertly within Alliance territory reveal themselves. So far, over 20 Duvos agents have come forward to be extracted. Furthermore, an exchange has taken place involving the return of Lucian prisoners to the Alliance. Negotiations are still ongoing. It cannot be understated that the incredible bravery that the people of Sandrock put on display as they uncovered the plot and furthermore held off the invasion long enough for reinforcements to arrive. It is because of their courage that Sandrock yet stands, and the powerful relics below the newly discovered ruins remain under Alliance control. War criminals Commander LeFou and the Knight Penn have been transferred to maximum security prisons where they will serve life sentences on multiple charges included, but not limited to, illegal occupation of Alliance territory, grand conspiracy, and first-degree murder. Duvos has disavowed their crimes and not requested prisoner exchange. Other POWs who the Duvos Empire has identified as rogue agents will be sent back to Duvos for tribunal. The Atara Times will continue to follow the report on the incident as it unfolds. So cool. So basically, like, Duvos is totally screwed. Okay, conflict here. Let's see. Dispatch from the Aethera, a conflict between the Empire of Duvos and the Principality of Ethia is imminent as both states build up troops around the Orzu ruins region on their border. Sightings by witnesses paint a picture of partial mobilization in Ethia with almost all of their air assets moved to the border region. Prices for power stones have skyrocketed in the capital city of Grace as the military has received most of the shipments in recent days. So far, there has been little word from the Alliance of Free Cities. Atara has stayed out of the conflict of words between Duvos and Ethia. Experts point to the recent thaw in relations between Duvos and the Alliance as the main reason. Okay, so Duvos has backed down from invading us for the moment, but they are certainly not afraid to... what happens if I subscribe? Oh, this will get delivered to my mailbox, the monthly issue. I should have been doing this all along. What does place ad do? Spend 100 with buy an Amazon in the Tumbleweed Standard? No, I don't know. Will this matter? I mean, what's 100 goals? Why don't we do both of these? Sure. More rep, more exp. Okay.
I think each side is aware of the other's intentions. All this posturing is to reassure the public. It's hard to say what's really going on behind the scenes.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
Wow, life in prison for Penn?
Yes, sir. As it should be. If and you ask me, should have been he we done shot in the space. Who made that call anyhow?
Thanks. Where were you, Cooper?
It's a shame. A guy with talents like that. He easily could have been the hero he always pretended he was. Wonder what happened that got him so messed up.
I mean, he was just a vain narcissist at the end of the day, right? He just wanted glory and power for himself.
Well, there's no changing what happened, what he did. I just hope one day he'd take some responsibility for his crimes.
Based on his unrepentant attitude, I don't think that that's going to be the case.
I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
Let's see. Duvos is lying about everything.
Nail on the head. Can't trust them as far as you can throw them. And I'd like to see anybody throw an entire nation. Maybe I could, but that's beside the point. Clearly, all this is a step toward complete and utter world domination.
Clearly, that was their plan all along,
I
right?
think you're getting pretty ahead of yourself with that one, pal.
Our relations with Duvos grow more tense by the day. But we don't want to fight a war, even one we can win. Whatever their motives, I think what's best is to make sure they never think for a second attacking us will end well for them.
It's a good point. I think they've realized that they are totally outclassed by the free cities.
Aha! A Cold War kept in place by mutually assured destruction. What better way of keeping peace in the world?
Okay. I think we can take a quick look at history and realize that while a Cold War between two global superpowers kept those two global superpowers from going to war, all it did was just cause regional proxy wars that were horrifically devastating for the nations surrounding these two powers, and did not do anything to actually keep peace in the world. It might have kept the world from being utterly destroyed by nuclear annihilation, but it certainly didn't keep peace.
That's one way of putting it. Ultimately, I believe the Alliance's goals are to appear strong enough that Duvos wouldn't dare attack. They don't have the resources we do, and I think the stunt they pulled proves that they don't have the relics either. At some point, they'll have to stop all this. Operating the way they do just isn't sustainable. What is their emperor thinking? All we want is to trade with them, treat them as equals like we do with Sisai, Ethia, and the rest.
I find this whole dialogue a little interesting, and I wonder if the writers are trying to speak to current events in the world. One can only speculate.
Of course, I'm just speaking my mind. I don't know what the council is planning. I look forward to a chance to speak with them on the matter and voice our opinions.
Didn't we say that Pathia is a Chinese developer? And I think it might be prudent to say that the writers are coming from a Chinese perspective. We here in America, at least our politic, views China as a global adversary. Because we have this like anti-communist bent that we've had for a very, very long time. But I wonder if China even wants to be seen as a global adversary. Like, they manufacture so many goods and they trade so much with the US. And it is really bizarre to view an entire nation that has over 1 billion people as our number one global economic adversary while also being our number one trading partner. Like, isn't that bizarre? And that must be confusing. I mean, if I'm putting myself in the mind of China, wouldn't it be odd to have such a weirdly adversarial yet economically beneficial relationship with another nation? I guess I'm just kind of speculating here. I'm not trying to take one side or the other, but maybe that's where some of this dialogue is coming from, in that perspective of we just want to trade with them. We don't want to be at war with them. Anyways, getting a little too close to the real world.
For now, though, I think all we can do is focus on Sandrock.
I guess it's hard not to when there is so much war and destruction going on in the world, and this game is really trying to make a point about war. It's hard not to draw the parallels. Anyways,
I'm with you, Truth. Let's leave the politics to the professionals, eh?
Oh, yeah, thanks, Hugo. You're telling me to shut up. Shut your mouth, Unky. Nobody freaking cares. Play the video game.
Yeah, if news can't be summarized as good or bad in 10 seconds or less, I'm out.
He is the most real character in the whole game.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
I feel like we heard Heidi say that already. I hope they go easy on Stev.
That soldier who surrendered, yes? Well, Duvos has requested that the Alliance send back their troops for tribunal. We are pretending that they're rogue agents, remember? Traitors to the Duvos cause.
Heck, I wouldn't be too surprised if some of them get lost on the way home. Perfect time to disappear and join the Free Cities. Nobody really wants war.
Oh, what a sorrowful tale. Woe was the man forced to suffer the consequences of his own actions. Where's that feller holed up again? I'd like to send over a gift. The world's smallest fiddle.
Cooper does not feel bad for that guy at all. He's like, look, you made your choices. Now you got to live with the consequences. But here's the thing. I think if you live underneath, Duvos doesn't sound like a place where there's a lot of free choice in the matter, right? It's like, okay, your options are, they're technologically inferior. They have this ideological bent towards world domination. And I got the impression that people were struggling even to just provide enough food for their population. So if you're in this situation, right, if you're just born into this situation and you don't know any better, and your options are struggle, perhaps starve, or join the military so that you can at least get enough food to feed your family, like, can you really fault that person? I don't know. How am I supposed to know the answer to that question? Because I don't even know how I would act. I would probably do as Stev did, right? I wouldn't see myself as the bad guy because I'd spent my whole life growing up in a place where I was being told I'm the good guy. So I can see the empathy that, the builder had there with that say, oh, I hope they go easy on Seth. But at the same time, I can also see Cooper's perspective. It's like, yo, bro, you came over here and tried to take over our town. I don't feel bad for you if you get kicked in the teeth. You're just, it's the collateral damage, It's just the casualties of war, I guess.
So he can play himself the saddest song in the world?
Yes, Hugo, that was the metaphor.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer clear of the border for the foreseeable future.
They're just licking their wounds.
Yep, pretty much. They're downplaying the whole operation. No doubt just thinking about their next move. Meanwhile, we're still searching for more Duvos operatives. The ones they'll certainly forget to tell us about. Although, what if we do find more spies? After they say they recalled them all, how bad would that be?
I think that we can have 100% certainty that there are still more Duvos spies in the Free Cities. There's no way that Duvos is going to completely give up all their assets. Some of those assets were probably the lowest tier, informatives or whatever, that they just gave up as a sacrificial lamb. But there's no way that they completely eliminated their entire network, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Spies in Medi, of all places. Well, if there was ever a time to speed up our North development plans, Duvos has given us every reason we need. Them being aggressive towards us and Ethia will only encourage us to bolster our defenses.
I wish we could look at a map of the world in this game right now and understand where they all lie.
I don't know. They slipped through once. They could slip through again. Maybe we need to start preparing at home. What's your schedule like for the next year? Never mind that. Put us down for 8,000 arrow cannons. Your country needs you.
I think his point here is that there will obviously be a much larger military buildup. Even if Duvos is back down from an imminent attack, there's no way that the Free Cities can't just continue to go on as normal, knowing that they came so close to essentially capturing a huge piece of territory here in the Free Cities.
The North Plan isn't an invitation for war. Even if it was, the fighting wouldn't be in Sandrock for years. The purpose of the plan is just to improve transportation around the Free Cities. Get rid of blind spots.
Aha! Pa, when did you decide to get so involved in world politics?
Well, my dear, probably when an invading army attacked his town.
I don't know. How about after our home was invaded and nearly brought to
And
ruin?
called it.
Besides, just our responsibility as citizens of Sandrock and part of the Alliance to stay up to date with such affairs.
I really appreciate this line right here because I talk to a lot of people. Obviously, I try to stay up to date with what's going on in the world, and it's a difficult thing to do. It sucks because what's going on in the world is a goddamn nightmare. At the same time, I meet a lot of people that say, well, I can't make any changes or affect it, so I just stay ignorant to all those things. And I think that's such an irresponsible thing to do. Because if you continue to just go through life without trying to at least understand the world around you, then how can you really, one, say that you're an empathetic and caring person at all? But two, how can you try, there are opportunities to make informed decisions. Like, we still live in some semblance of a democracy. Each of us has the right to vote, right? So if you don't even understand what's going on, how can you say that your vote is having a positive impact? There's and on top of that, $15 a month, $10, $5 a month to your favorite charity to try and help the world is the least any of us can do. And most of us have $5 because most of us get at least one Starbucks a month. So you can sacrifice one Starbucks a month to try to make the world just a little bit better of a place. So I appreciate that they say this because I hear so many people say the opposite. It's like, no, it's not worth. It's not even worth letting it affect my mind in a negative way because what can I do? You can do a lot. You can do a little, and if a lot of people do just a little, well, it adds up to a lot.
Whatever the case, I'd tell anyone you know to steer
clear of the border for the foreseeable future. Okay, I think I'd better go.
Be stupid enough to try something like that again anytime soon. The way I see it, our path to a better Sandrock is wide open.
I agree. I think what's going to happen is nothing but great things for Sandrock because there's no way that the free cities can think about Sandrock without thinking about the fact that we basically kicked an invading army's ass without any help whatsoever, and it's going to completely change the story about Sandrock being this declining, desert town that's on its last leg, right? We have totally upended the narrative and the story of Sandrock.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Look at you, Pa, and your nuanced takes on hot button issues.
She is so sweet. She loves her dad. She loves her dad so much. I love seeing this interaction right here.
Just a proud Sandrock citizen. That's all. Always have been.
That ain't how I recall it. Remember how you used to always get up in a fuss every time old Lou tried to tell you what to do? It's for the good of the town, Hugo.
I'll show you the good of the town.
And you'd get a big old plume of smoke out of the forge.
Cooper is just
Remember?
100% a contrarian. If you say something, he's going to say the opposite.
Huh? Member? Why's your face going all red? All the blood rushing to your head? For the membering?
Look, that was then, this is now. People change, things change.
I guarantee you these two have this hate friendship. I mean, we already saw Hugo try to kill Cooper once, right? And it almost totally ended our plans with Musa. But I mean, Cooper must just constantly grate on Hugo's nerves whenever they're practicing. But at the same time, they make great music together, and so they continue to stay friends for that. Because what are their other options? They're the only two musicians that we know of in town.
Sure, I read you loud and clear, pal. You're trying to put your big old brain on display here in front of...
Oh, God.
Well, you know what they all say. Something, don't talk too much about politics and religion. I think we all have a lot to get back to, don't we? Bet old Bessie's hungry, eh? Uncle Coop?
Uncle Coop?
Holy milk and mackerel! Done went and let half the day pass me by with you gossiping gusses talking about Duvos this and world domination that. I gotta feed them yakmel. Don't y'all worry, though. I'll be back to yell at each of you, for reasons varying from individual to individual.
Okay. Looking forward to it, Cooper.
Find me when you have time. Or maybe we could have a meal together.
How often can we just do dates like every day now? I wonder.
Catch you later.
Catch you later. I love the way she says that, by the way. Okay, let's go talk to this magic mirror. This seems to be super important. Miguel is still here. So funny.
You have returned.
Yes.
I thought a lot about what you said.
Okay, interesting. I thought we were going to get magic mirror talk.
Duvos. You truly believe they didn't care about me? My handlers were always so driven, so on point. I find it hard to believe that they did not care. But it is true. I was left in this cell to rot.
Yeah, you were a useful pawn. They filled your head with an ideology that they sold you on a belief system that allowed them to manipulate you to do whatever they needed you to do. And you fell for it because you wanted to feel like you were on the right side of history. They never cared about you.
It surprises me not that Penn betrayed me. He was sent to observe my actions and cared not for me, nor I of him. But Matilda, I did not know she was a member of Duvos. She was sympathetic to my views while we were studying. She did not agree per se, but she understood me, listened to me.
That is a really good point. And she played the role so well. When you think about it, right? She basically continued to pull him further into his belief system, not by feeding him the same ideas or agreeing with him, but by being the counterbalance, right? The more extreme and authoritarian Miguel was, the more she would antagonize those ideas by playing the opposite, being like, no, we need to be more moderate. We need to let people live as they would. It's different here. It's a freer time. And that actually served to have the opposite effect of what the words that she was saying were. It's absolutely brilliant when you think about it because it worked so well, right? So she was this like sympathetic ear to his ideas, but then basically overrode him, which only drove him closer and further into his belief system. He got played so freaking hard by Matilda. No wonder he's just like hitting rock bottom right now. Are we going to get salvation for Miguel? This is interesting.
It is clear in retrospect, she was simply observing my conversion. Even that being said, why would she abandon me? Perhaps you were right. Perhaps she was never my friend or believed in my cause.
Your idea was that it was important to basically stop the acquisition of relics because those relics and that technology caused the Age of Calamity. That served Duvos' purpose. Duvos' purpose is to acquire as many ancient relics as possible to dominate the world. So they're not the same. You at least Miguel wanted to see a better future, and he wanted to preserve the future by basically preventing us from making the mistakes of the past. Duvos did not feel that way. Now we understand that, right?
I was in the cell with Penn and LeFou. I listened to their ramblings. LeFou did not seem to hold the same beliefs as I. He wanted more land for his people, but he did not care about the future of the human race.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying.
In fact, he did not even seem to believe in anything. I tried to share my views with him, to find some common ground, but he was far too concerned with arm-wrestling Penn. These troops were not the saviors I was expecting.
Man, he was basically out here by himself thinking that what he was doing was going to save the world. And then the so-called saviors show up and they're just a bunch of idiots. That's so brutal. A bunch of idiots and one maniacal bee.
Matilda. I am still shocked she was in such a position at all.
Why did she jump in front of the bullet? This is a great question. I wonder what he has to say on
I
this.
have been pondering this myself. I have some theories, however I do not know her true intentions. I believe Matilda is a true tactician, While I was only aware of the water plan, she had designs far above my level. When my plan was foiled by Logan, she needed to maintain her cover and ensure the town trusted her. I suppose her goals were worth a small shot in the shoulder. Risky, but calculated. She could not afford for Penn to let anything slip, or for suspicion to also fall upon her.
This is interesting because she put herself in the hospital. Penn ended up in prison. Penn was then aware the whole time that the plan had not been foiled and that he probably had an understanding that, okay, if things go belly up, well, Duvos is just going to attack. So all I need to do is be an annoying brat in prison, which he certainly was, bide my time, and things will all work out. And which is will work out in the sense that Duvos will arrive and take over the town, which is exactly what happened. So, man, Matilda, so evil, but incredibly brilliant. You have to give it to her.
Of course. This is simply an educated guess. I have not spoken with her since my arrest. I really believed we were friends.
Yeah, well, she's in space now. But what's interesting, so I just had this thought. We know because of Olympia and through Chi that basically settlers, or at least people, went into space. And I mused that it would be so cool if we got a space DLC, or perhaps another game like My Time in Space or something like that, like another one in the My Time as Universe series where it was in space. What if Matilda is picked up by these space people and then she takes over? Anyways.
That being said, there are still some parts of the plan that give me so much doubt. Why did they conceal their intentions from me? What were they doing in the north?
You were a patsy, bro. They set you up.
I cannot believe that is the case. I was working towards a peaceful future for the world.
That's exactly the point I'm trying to make. They sold you on a belief system that you could live in this idea that you were the most righteous, and therefore you were easy to manipulate.
But they were excavating these weapons of war.
Yes, God, he's getting it.
Now, if that is all...
Why did you try to shoot Logan?
That is something that will haunt me. I am no killer. I think, while I believed I was doing the right thing, a part of me was still thrilled to be fooling everyone. The desire for triumph got to my head. And when I was found out, hubris caused me to lose my mind. A cornered beast will lash out. That is not a justification. At that moment, I believed everything I had worked for was falling apart. I saw red, and the next thing I knew, I heard the gunshot ring out. Every night since, I have seen that scene play out in my mind. I seek not forgiveness. There is no such forgiveness. I'll regret this for the rest of my life.
Wild. I am starting to be convinced that there is a path for forgiveness for Miguel.
Builder, I have once again been left with much to think about. Thank you. We may not be aligned philosophically. Perhaps you even hate me. But I value our conversations.
Wild. Okay, man, we just go from one super intense conversation to the next, don't we? No, I want to talk to the magic mirror. Oh, you came. The most beautiful creature in the world. I'm gonna do this in the robot voice until it's stupid. How I long to escape this prison and serve you hand and foot. What should I ask? What do you mean serve me? Are you going to harm me? Where did you come from? What happened to the Rat Queen? Okay, Justice okay, I think I have all these. I'm not going to read all of these in the robot voice, sorry. What do you mean serve me? I am a mirror with a very particular set of skills. Skills that I have acquired over a long career of being a mirror. Skills that make me a necessity for people like you. People that are beautiful. I can do your hair. I can do your makeup. We have Pablo for this. I can change your appearance in oh so many ways. Makeover! And with the right software upgrades, I could even help you in your workshop. Interesting. What should I ask? Are you going to harm me? Harm you? Why would I harm the most beautiful creature in the world? I would sooner jump off a cliff, burn my retinal scanners out with lava, eat a uranium bomb, explode into the sun, die, and do it all again before I would harm the most beautiful creature in the world. My God, what a testimony. What should I ask? Where did you come from? Parts of my memory banks have been tampered with or destroyed. All data predating spring 9th of CE 279 not found. 1 year, 64 days, 7 hours, and 9 minutes ago, I reactivated an Ingalls mine near Portia. I was discovered by my formerly beautiful queen. She brought me in, gave me a home, offered me cookies. She never really did get the whole AI thing. What should I ask? What happened to the rat queen? In the beginning, she was a very lovely person, very supportive of her subjects, her stepdaughter. She even seemed to be less compelled to steal things than the rest of her kind. I told her she was the most beautiful creature in the world. She laughed it off. How could something like me be beautiful, she said. Oh, what a terrible thing to think. You get points for inner beauty plus saving me, I replied. Charmer. She was moved, but insisted that she did not feel beautiful. I told her I could help her with that. I gave her a makeover. It's so great. Then she was happy. She felt beautiful for a time. Then she wanted another makeover and another. Some days we would spend all day doing makeovers. Oh, she got sucked into vanity. This is what happens. I think this is what happens to a lot of famous people when they start getting plastic surgery. They just start chasing their quote unquote flaws. Fact of the matter is, no matter how wealthy you are, you're gonna get old. It's gonna happen. You can't stop time. You're gonna get old. You're gonna develop wrinkles. Skin that was once very, tight and fresh looking just starts to sag. This is the future. The best you can do is learn to accept inevitability and do your best to age gracefully. And I think that the best looking old people aren't the ones that have spent tons and tons of money on plastic surgery. And if that's your thing, who am I to judge? I don't spend a lot of time thinking about this. But if you just spend a life in gratitude, being grateful for all the wonderful things we have here in the world, and allow that, come from that state of positivity, then you're going to age well. Nobody thinks about their grandmother when my grandmother lived to be 95, and never once did I look at her and think, man, this old hag needs a makeover. Do you know what I mean? She was only this incredible, beautiful woman to me at every age. Anyways, and through her appearance was very beautiful. On the inside, she became more and more not so beautiful. One day she asked if she was the most beautiful creature in the world. I am unable to lie, so that I was then forced to admit that it was now her stepdaughter based on my limited data set. And it made her insane. Guess I started a little bit of a war. Oopsie doodle. What should I ask? Just 2 out of justice? A 2 out of 10? Really? I cannot lie. But my emotion regulators have been damaged, Master. I can feel. He made you hurt me, Master. That made me sad. 2 out of 10. What should I ask? I'm going to head off. One day I will be free, Master. Then I can serve you. Okay, so crazy. What an interesting conversation. I am going to ask somebody to get me more meat. We haven't even looked at commissions today. Post commission. Let's do it. Okay, how are we doing on ruins tokens? 635. Not bad. We're actually really close. Where did that spear go? Because I want it. One more foray into a ruins, and we will have this. And that's really exciting, isn't it? I am really tempted to check out some of these other ones. They look really cool too. But I want this first and foremost. Okay. All right. What are we doing with the rest of our day? I guess we're going to go build. I have already spoken about how my house is a freaking disaster. Totally destroyed. X wants something. The bird wants something, eh? And we've got to do something about it. And I guess if the game is not going to give me any more story mission, we're still waiting, then, maybe we're just taking a little bit of time to fix the place up. I have an idea of how to fix this. basically, I think my initial idea... Let's take a look at this. Let's come in here and look at this. Oh, I should go sell these bunnies, right? Should go sell the bunnies and get 5 more because I love the money. I'm thinking actually to shrink these 2 rooms down a little bit. We certainly don't need this much. Obviously, I'm going to put all of the workstations in here, which will free up space out there. Ooh, in fact, that would be more fun to do today because I could get a chicken coop. So let's say we're going to pick this up, put in inventory. Let's pick all of these up. Ooh. My question, though, is what about this thing? The auto... Does this still have to stay out? It probably does. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up literally everything. I think that everything can just go inside. Go inside the factory. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my best to move everything into the factory. And then with the free space that I have made, I want to put... a chicken coop down, but in order to do that, I need to make the space. So this is what we're gonna do. Okay. Can I put this in the factory? Oh, I so hope I can. Yes. Oh, that's great. Okay. Put that down. Let's put that right there, I guess. Okay, then, let's see. We'll do this. Oh, I forgot that I probably needed to craft this stuff. Well... Iron plate, bronze frame, hardwood planks. Okay, if I'd probably then... Let's go sell these bunnies and buy 5 more really quick. We probably won't be able to get the chickens today, but we can make the room for it. So we're getting 500 from each of those. Not bad. There we go. 5 more sweet little baby fumbly bumbly bumblies. So cute. Okay. Before I go on a naming spree, I need to build, at least to get the stations down to fix the stuff that we just... I might be able to actually do this before it's too late to buy animals, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't wait a day. Make that money. Okay. Can I put the commission board in here too? I'm super curious. I would love to light it up in here a little bit too. When these are done, I guess I'll have to move the trees inside as well. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Pick up. Yes. Okay, great. We'll put this right over here. Cool. Okay, that's great. Then I want to put the commission... No, excuse me. The... Okay, inventory should have... There we go. Tons of stations. Let's see. Where is my crafting table? Didn't I pick it up? There it is. Advanced work table. Oh, this still has to be outside? Okay, well, that's really odd. Isn't that odd? Why? Why is it like that? That doesn't make any sense. Well, it can go right here, I guess, and that's fine. But it's just silly that this one thing can't go inside. Let's see. How in the world do I want to do this? Okay, this is actually not that much space. So, well, here's an idea, right? You can kind of walk in this way. I do want to change this door. I like that better. This I'll actually move right here. There, that can go there. This can go right there. Then here's my thought with what we have left. I guess these can kind of just go back to back, right? It's hard to tell where the front is. Okay, it's here. Here. It's just not quite enough room. This kind of sticks out in an odd way. Here's one thing we could do. There we go. A little more room. I do like the large wooden door. I'm not going to lie. I guess we could put that right there. Okay, it's very bare in here on the walls. But this is fine because now we have all of our crafting stuff inside. This is pretty cool. Let's see about decorating it in here. What do we have to decorate? A lot of these silly... We have a lot of silly posters, right? Like a medical poster. What is even this? Right? There we go. Masterpiece stone spires. I'm just going to start putting these on the wall. Masterpiece fishing contest. Home assessment board. I guess we could put that like right here. Dun, 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 dun. What is this? Okay. Cool. These are so goofy. Yak Boy large picture frame. Dog with bottle. This one was the one that wasn't. It says like a space station, but it's not space station. I actually like that one a lot. That could go in my room. Okay, there we go. That's something. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so there's that one, but there's also... Ooh, this one looks very industrial. I like this. It's hard to see exactly. There we go. Guess we could do 2 rows of these, right? I mean, I guess we could do 3 rows. I can't tell if that's lined up or not. It's that same thing where I don't think the room splits evenly. We'll just eliminate this for now. What the heck was that? Oh, okay, that can just stay out here. Look at this workshop. We have an actual legit workshop now. Ooh, I love it. I love it, love it. One thing I wish I could do, though, is I don't remember how to make the walls in here. Change material. Here we go. Roof. Nice. Nice. Okay, there we go. That looks like a factory. Look at this. Yes. Okay, now we needed... I think it was 2 bronze frame, 5 iron plate, and 5 hardwood planks. Let's double check that. We'll run outside really quick and take care of this. We're actually at a place where we could upgrade our stable. We are waiting, though. Okay, so chicken coop. Can we upgrade these? Nope, that's not upgradable. Barn. So it's just the stable that's upgradable. What about the chicken coop? Okay, so yeah, 5 iron plate. Okay. The best... You know what would be nice, though, also, is probably to extend... This was so cramped in here, it would be really nice to extend this out. And I think we have the space to do it now. And we certainly have the money. Okay, so we're going to move this over to here. And then we're going to move this whole thing. I don't even need to pull this room out. Let's see, change size. I mean, just a couple notches out would really make a difference in there. Ooh, I kind of like the way that makes the porch look sunk in. So here I have this idea, guys. I want to talk to you about this. The factory is probably about as small as I can make it, right? I have this idea. This obviously is going to be returning to the living room. I don't want a ladder up into my living room. It just seems like a treehouse. I want proper stairs that can go up into it. So there's a couple ways that I can go about doing this. I think actually what I could do, and I could do this right now, even though we just spent a bunch of time, I don't have this time right now. I could extend this out farther, and everything that was in there that was going in rows like this can go rows like this. And then what I can do is extend this out, shrink this, and do essentially close to the same thing on the other side. I don't really even need to make the farm that big because I'm not producing that much stuff. I want to make the entryway here a little bit larger of a room. And then what I want to do with that entryway is make it the relic room. I want you to walk in and have it be a cool little relic museum. All of the neat things that I have discovered ruin diving. And then in the back corner is stairs that go up into, basically a hallway. And then from there, you have rooms that break off. We'll obviously have the nursery right here next to the bedroom. And then we'll have another room that's a living room. And then the kitchen, I'm so happy with the kitchen. The kitchen is the most complete. And I'm very happy with the bedroom. It doesn't need to be that much bigger. I don't need a big grand bedroom. Those stairs can basically lead up. And then also we can change. I mean, I don't really care about the ladder going up here. So that's my grand plan for this. Now, I don't really have the time to do that right now. The reason being is I have to go to work in a couple hours. But probably next week, because I want to say this episode will come out on a Friday. So maybe Monday evening, Monday episode afterwards, that will be what we do. And even if it takes me 5 or 6 hours to do, and a lot of editing to fix it, I want this to be a complete and whole bedroom. So that's my plan. So I'm not going to actually, I've already changed the size of this. I'm not going to goof around with it that much more. I am going to start the materials to make the chicken coop, and I want to put that in here. Obviously, we have to go name our bunnies. It would be cruel not to. And then we're going to call it for the evening. It is kind of early, so maybe getting some dinner with the wifey might be fun. Not that we... So let's see. Construction Junction. The home assessment board. Okay, what's over here? Grinder got messed up. Okay, don't care. Whatever. Grab those. So let's start this. My home is becoming enormous, right? Look, I can basically I can rotate this whole thing. Okay, you understand, I think, what I'm talking about. Now, oh yeah, we need planks. Oh, no. Okay, so this is done differently now. Okay, this is really jarring. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, 4 of those. This is really jarring because all of a sudden I have to do this very differently than I'm used to. Okay, 5 iron plates. We have the parts. And then 2 bronze frame. We need rivets. This is cool. I like that. That's interesting. What if where were we before we were here? Now, hold on. If I click on here and it says bronze rivets and I say blueprints, it just shows it. What would be really nice if you could click on it and order it from here, right? Okay, so is this saying that it has no fuel? Factory is low on water, production paused. Okay, so we can also come over here and recycle scrap. That's nice. We can just queue it up. I don't have any fuel in here, though. How do I fuel this place? It is going. They are going. Okay, so that's nice. It said it was low on water. Didn't I put the water tower on the roof? And it's freaking full. Okay, so the factory control panel has no fuel. Is that what... Oh, no. Okay. We're going to pick up... I think that is... There's a plan for like a fuel-burning generator or something. At Cheese. Is that what I need? Do I need a power plant in order to drive this? Okay. And, okay. Let's jump down here. Because all that stuff's supposed to end up here, but it does say that it's paused. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think I've kind of screwed myself here. Here's what we're going to do. Damn it, this is annoying. I wish that it... well, it probably did. I'm sure at some point it explained this to me, and I just wasn't paying attention. This is not a hard thing to fix. I can just pick it up, go back outside, and then craft all this stuff outside and not utilize the factory. This firepower generator generates power by burning almost anything. I think this is what I need, right? To run the control panel. Okay, so what happens when I say speed up? 360, holy crap. No, that's obviously not going to happen. I don't mind speeding it up by 2 days though. I obviously need this next if I want to run the factory. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I'll have to watch a guide. But let's go get the stations that we need, bring them outside, and finish this. Because I don't want to wait until I have that because it's going to be so long.
It's great that you're keeping a good work-life balance.
I'm glad you think so. If you only knew what my real freaking life was like. Okay, so hold on. If I say pick up. Okay, it's still running. Okay, weird. 4 hardwood planks are in the queue. How do we give this thing fuel? Yeah, so it's like I assumed. You need a generator. The factory will automatically use the generator as an input. Okay, well, dang. All of my plans were for naught. There was... Let's pick this up. Put this outside. Well, crap. This is going to make everything harder. Put down. Collect. That's still going. Hardwood planks. Iron plates, too. Isn't that here? Okay, well, gosh. I guess that kind of thwarts my whole plan. I really can't start this factory until I have a generator. I wish that was like, I was informed this at some point. You know what? Here's the thing, is that when they tell you how to do everything, I get annoyed because I like to figure it out myself. And then when they tell you, and then when they don't tell you everything, I get annoyed because I can't figure it out. So it's fine. It's freaking fine. Oh, we got to name our bunnies. We got to name our bunnies. Okay, there we go. And then, I mean, I probably will have to move all of the stuff back outside in the meantime. Gosh, Really have made a mess of stuff, haven't I? I don't want to fix it tonight. We'll just have to do it tomorrow. Oops. All right. Well, my friends, we're going to call it there. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment. I appreciate you all so much. I think I have a grand plan for this house, and I'm going to finish what my grand plan is. We won't be able to set up a factory. Here's what I'll probably do. And I know we've been going on about this for way too long. I will probably set up the factory in such a way that that it's like ready to go, and then I'll just have to move everything outside in the meantime and leave it vacant. I can start planting stuff in here, I think. Or does this thing need fuel too? If this thing needs fuel too, then no. But I do want to get my little relic room ready, and I gotta finish something about this house. So it's just gonna take me a ton of time to knock all that stuff out. That's it. All right, my beautiful friends. I appreciate you all so much. I will bid you farewell, and I really look forward to seeing you all next time.